Over the course of the many years I've been streaming, I've made plenty of mistakes. I'm here today to talk about some of the mistakes that I made, some of the reasons why I've plateaued on Twitch, so you don't make the same mistakes, and so you can become a better content creator. Let's get to it. So I have been streaming, I'm going to say more seriously on Twitch for about 4 years, I guess. Seriously in terms of not like full-time professional or anything, but in terms of I've really got connected, latched onto Twitch, and it started developing more than just a hobby. Currently on my Twitch channel, I have a very caring, loving, awesome community, right? You know, I wouldn't swap them out for the world. I love them with a passion. I have a very small, tight-knit variety community because I like to just stream pretty much whatever I feel like playing, which can go into some of the mistakes I've made, but we'll get to that in a second. I've come to a realization after really taking the time, a step back, thinking, and realization, soul searching of what I've been doing, that my channel, my community, my Twitch, everything is sort of on a plateau right now. I'm not really gaining a massive amount of followers, you know, daily. I'm putting in a lot of time, a lot of effort, and it's not paying off as it should for the amount of effort I'm putting in because I'm not doing it properly. And in terms of that, my channel is starting to plateau. Sure, I gain maybe a few followers, you know, I still get the support and love from my community, which is amazing and so very much appreciated, because without them, I would not be able to continue on this journey of content creation. But I want to be able to do more. I want to become a bigger, better, and more amazing content creator, not just for myself, but for all the people that believed and have supported me all this time as well. I realized that some of the effort and some of the time I'm putting in, since I'm not doing it very wisely, it's kind of going down the drain. And it's very hard for me to say this, but I'm going to have to make some huge changes if I really want to tackle this beast called Twitch content creation, because it's a lot of work. It's very hard, very difficult. A lot of things that you're going to have to do that you really don't want to. You have to toughen out and really dig down. And it's not easy becoming, you know, successful on such a well sought after job. You know, lots of people want to become content creators, want to become entertainers. It's a highly sought out job. It is fun, but a lot of people are hardly willing to put in the inhumane work that it takes to actually get to the top. A few mistakes and reasons why I personally plateaued, I've realized, and as I keep going, I know I'm growing and I'm learning every single day, just like plenty of others. You know, whether you're bigger or smaller as a content creator, doesn't matter the size, you're always learning something new. And I kind of want to go ahead and give you some of the tips that I've learned and some of the mistakes, tell you about some of the hardships and mistakes that I've made, so you can try and avoid going through some of the same stuff, some of the same things, the past mistakes that I've made, and avoid plateauing yourselves. It's very important for everybody to know that yes, luck does play a huge part of content creation for some, but not for everyone. And you should never be looking to go through the luck route to try and get your way to success. It just comes with time. It just happens. Let's say you're a Twitch streamer and maybe you average 20 views, 30 views, and you think that if someone big raids you, you know, it'll be game changer. The odds of a big streamer raiding you at a good given time, you know, it's completely random. You never know when it's going to happen. It's luck, you know, and if it does happen, you know, you may gain a couple followers. Sometimes that entire community may latch on with you and, you know, propel your way. Sometimes it's just, you know, a short boost for your stream, and then you go back and it's same old. This is just kind of one of the factors that I just wanted to go over. And me saying this and bringing this in is not saying that it can't happen or it's not good or anything like that. All I'm saying is that there is luck to streaming, but you don't need it to become successful. You don't need luck to do other things right that can drive your channel, drive your community, drive your content into a positive direction. Funny story. I actually remember when I was very, like, really new to streaming and a big League of Legends streamer raided me. I did find a very awesome community after that, but I remember going to sleep the next day and, and thinking that everything was going to be just roses and dandy from there on out. And yeah, that surely wasn't the case, but I really appreciated it. And it did help a lot because I found a lot of awesome friends and a pretty awesome community that I wouldn't have met otherwise. I depended and thought of luck as being one of the prime things for a good content creator and making it and whatnot. And all I have to say about that is that if you depend and you seriously think luck is the only way, you'll never get anywhere as an actual good content creator. You could sit and wait for Shroud to host you for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and it may or may not happen. But in all that time you're waiting for that to happen, you could be working and grinding out your own content and just improving your channel and yourself in general overall as a better content creator. A huge mistake that I also made when I was a newer content creator for a very long time, even up to now, I still dwell and I'm really trying to crack out of the shell, putting your eggs all in one basket. Now, Twitch specifically has pretty terrible content discovery, I guess you could say. It's not easy for somebody to just randomly walk upon your channel on Twitch if you're smaller or newer streamer. Just not one of those things like YouTube where you could post a video and it'll pop up for people who are recommended that like the same type of content. It's not like that on Twitch, unfortunately. They have been getting a lot better though on improving their discovery, but it's still not quite there yet. You never, regardless, want to put all your eggs, whether it's Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, whatever your social media you're trying to work on, you never want to put all your eggs in one basket. The reason why, if you spread out your content onto different sources, say you're wanting to become, you know, a partner Twitch streamer. If you create YouTube content, if you post on Instagram daily, if you tweet on Twitter daily, you're reaching out to newer people on multiple avenues that will funnel that attention towards whatever you want. You could direct your Twitter followers, you could direct your YouTube subs, you could direct your Instagram followers, you could direct that and funnel that to whatever you want. And sure, not all of them are going to follow and go over to your Twitch account. They're not going to all follow your channel or whatnot, but a good amount can and a good amount will. One of the biggest breakthroughs for me, personally, I suck at editing. I hate editing, and I typically hate it because I suck at it. So, and I'm just not generally overall good with YouTube, but I've gotten a lot better and I've only recently started doing it. And I've had a huge breakthrough, not only for my YouTube, but for my Twitch as well. And as well as a couple other things that are benefiting from me, not only streaming on Twitch, but posting on YouTube as well. If there's one thing I could change that I would have done from the beginning of me Twitch streaming, it would be to start making YouTube videos way back when I first started, instead of, you know, this year when I started consistently making more and newer videos. That would have been a complete game changer. The amount of support and the amount of reach that I've gotten through YouTube has been actually extraordinary just from doing this along with my Twitch streaming. So it doesn't have to be necessarily YouTube, though I would highly recommend it if you are a Twitch streamer. But putting out your eggs in other baskets, doing Twitter, Instagram, you know, Facebook, whatever you like to do, whatever other social medias you're into, highly suggest you give those a shot as well and stretch out your reach a little bit. What I personally do is YouTube and Twitter. And I've also just now recently started trying to work on my Instagram a little bit more. But the biggest changes I've seen that have affected me positively for my Discord and for my Twitch have been Twitter and YouTube. It is what it is. Doing this, if you're in a plateau state, will definitely switch up the numbers. We'll get things rolling. It may start off slow, but it will definitely build up over time. Sure, it may be a lot of work and it's going to be pretty hard, especially if you don't typically enjoy doing one or the other, but I guarantee you it'll pay off in the end. I have to say, I love streaming with a passion. I love it so much that I could stream like 8 hours all day, every day, right? Unfortunately for me, that's not the right thing to do. Streaming for 8 hours all day, every day is actually a terrible idea for most people, especially if you're newer or a smaller channel. And don't get me wrong, it works for some, but not for all. And I'm gonna tell you the reasons why it doesn't work for me. When I stream for that amount of time, I'm not being a content creator. I'm just being a gamer. I'm sitting there, I'm talking to my chat, I'm playing games, I'm having fun, but I'm not creating quality, good content. It's quantity over quality in a sense. In that time, that 8-hour span, if I chop that in half and I work on my other social medias for 4 hours and I stream for 4 hours, the benefits that I would get from making a new YouTube video, posting on Twitter, posting on Instagram, working on other content, planning other content in the future that's more quality, the benefits of that would far, far, far surpass me streaming for another 4 hours instead of cutting out that time and using it wisely. The hard thing about that is that a lot of people just want to stream because it's fun. And I get that. I want to do it myself. I have done it myself. I still to this day do it myself. I stream for hours. But I'm taking this time right now to try and change that about myself, as well as other things that I know are stopping me and that are holding me back myself. Because really, there are a ton of factors in streaming and Twitch and content creation. But if things aren't going well, the number one thing that you need to stop, take a look at, and change is yourself. Are you streaming for too long? Are you not making the right type of content? Look at the numbers. What's bringing people in? What's not bringing people in? What did you do this day differently than this day? Why was this stream better than this stream? Are you analyzing? Can you watch yourself? Are you analyzing your past information to your current information? There's a lot that goes into it. Now, I know none of this may be easy. I definitely find it very difficult to do a lot of this stuff, to change a lot of these things. But I know that streaming is such a well sought out job. There are millions and millions and millions of people every day that log on to Twitch, go live, and want to become one of the best. They're competing against you to get to the top, basically. Sure, anyone can be a content creator, but not many people have what it takes to become a content creator. It's going to take a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of work that you don't want to do. But to surpass those millions and millions and millions of people that also want your job, to become in that top 0.5%, you have to go through and do some of the stuff you just may not be comfortable with. Don't get me wrong. If you truly, truly, truly want it, and you truly want to do it, I think you can. And I believe in you. I think you have what it takes to put in the effort, to put in the time, to manage your resources, to manage everything correctly, to learn from your mistakes and to learn from others' mistakes. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. Yes, it was a lot easier back in the day, years ago, when Twitch and streaming and just content creation in general was way less saturated than it is now. You could just go live and people would watch you. You could just become a gamer, be decent at a game, and people would watch you, be entertaining, because Twitch wasn't saturated at that time. Nowadays, it's going to be a lot tougher to get to where you want to be, whether it's partner, whether, you know, you want 1,000 viewers occurring, whether you just want to try and make it your full-time job. Even building a smaller community is a lot tougher than it was way back then. And the reason why is because there's millions of people that want to do it. There's millions of people that seen that it's effective, that it's a good way to make money, and they want to do it, and they want that glory for themselves. But there's also millions of people who aren't willing to put in that time, that effort, and that hard work. Call me selfish, but I'm going to take a little bit of this time to talk about myself for a second. So 2020 was actually a very good year for me, streaming-wise, and YouTube-wise, content creation-wise. Everything else kind of sucked, you know, COVID, all that dog shit. But that's besides the point. My numbers, my growth, my community, everything was on an incline. Everything was going up. Everything was climbing, doing well for the better. I realized as I was streaming a certain type of game for a period of time, my numbers would shoot up. I would gain an insane amount of followers and an insane amount of growth. But over time, I started getting bored with the game I was playing. And I like to consider myself a variety streamer. I like to change things up. And sure, when I changed games, I changed things up. I mixed it up. I still had my solid core community backing me up, watching me, supporting me. But my growth stopped at an alarming rate. I was no longer gaining 50 followers a day on Twitch. I was no longer receiving the amount of money that I was getting per streams on Twitch. And it's not all about that. But as I strive to become a full-time creator, I do have to take it into account. I realized as I started switching stuff up more that I was sacrificing some of my rewards, putting in the hard work of the other content I created that people love to see for my personal gain of fun and relaxation and just enjoying the stream, which in general is fine to do every now and then. But if I don't create content that people don't want to watch, and I don't take the time to analyze what I'm doing right and how I'm switching and what I'm doing wrong, then it's never going to be for a positive outlook. Basically, what I'm trying to say is if you're creating good content, you're bringing in people that want to watch you, be careful of how you switch things up. Actually take a look and analyze those numbers of what you're doing well. And if you do want to switch things up, make sure you take into account what viewers may feel, what they want to see, what kind of content they want you to produce. And you balance that out of whether you're switching just to have fun, just to enjoy yourself, whether you're doing this as a content creator or just a gamer wanting to have fun. Because millions of people are just that gamer wanting to have fun. And if you really want to strive to be one of those great content creators, you have to take every step into account of what you're doing, what content you're creating, and really consider, is this right? Is this the right thing I'm doing? Is this helping me? Now, I know this may be a lot to take in. I know I kind of just mumbled a few stuff about what I've gone through, maybe things that you're already doing right, maybe things you already know about, but I thought, why not? I do genuinely have a lot of people that I care about and I wish to succeed. And if more people can succeed, why not? You know, if it helps me and it helps others, then I'm all for it. So I thought I would just kind of spout out some of this information, some of my past knowledge, I guess you can say, from what I've gone through as a content creator, where I'm currently at. I've been making a lot of changes for the better, and I'm still working on it. Things are slowly starting to get better. And I just want to say that I appreciate all of you for even watching this. If you're an avid watcher, you're part of the community, you know I'm extremely grateful for your love and support that you guys have given me. And I hope to be able to pull out and make some more content for you guys. But anyways, at this moment, I'm about to be late for stream. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this video real quick. And then I'm going to post it. And then I'm going to fucking go live. All right. Peace out. Thank you guys so much. Love you all. And the king is out.